then do you think you're more, she asked me if I'm more attractive than this guy, other guy we work with. And I was like, I told her, I was like, no, I don't think so. And she asked me why. And I was like, I don't know. Like I've reached a point where I don't necessarily think in life that I'm better than anyone. I think everyone has like their own redeeming qualities in which they do. And I feel like if I'm hanging out around you, you have qualities that I admire in you. So in that regard, I can't necessarily say I'm better than you if you have qualities that I don't, but I admire in you.
I ain't looking at other men thinking if I look better than them.
Welcome back to another episode of the O2 podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm back with Ibra Dabrowski. You know, it's daytime out there, but they installed new blinds for me so I could mimic my dark thing. But how you doing, boss?
I'm doing good. It's so crazy because it's like I've lived here for about like a good 2 years now. I don't have no curtains. Never thought about buying them or blinds either. Like if you're on the other side, if you're in another house, my neighbor's house across the street, you can see straight through my shit. Dude.
Don't you sleep butt naked?
Yeah. I'm grown. Like look, I'll show you my window. Look. Nothing.
You have no regard for the public safety. Somebody just see you butt booty naked, it is what it is.
It's my apartment. Because here's the thing, if I have blinds, I will dead sit in here in the dark all day long. Okay, like when I was in college and then like I was in my senior year, I had blinds. Bro, majority of the time I would just sit in a room in the dark. Nothing was wrong with me. I would just sit in the dark for no reason. So I'm like, bro, I need some sunlight. So if I have blinds here, I would dead just sit in the dark every day.
Okay, that's valid. You know, impromptu episode, we usually record on Sundays, but if everybody else is available, we could shoot again. But I just thought, just in case, let's get something in the work for the new episode so that we have something going. Yeah, you know, here on the podcast, we keep it real honest, we keep it real vulnerable. I'm not doing good. And you know, I'm not delving into my business or stuff like that, but it's just yesterday night, whatever happened, I think Wednesday. Mine was spiraling up until Thursday. And then like I forget I'm not the type of individual that can, if I'm going through something, I can hide it. Like you can see it. Like I either just don't speak or I just zone out. So my coworkers, they were like we went and like I kept composure up until we went to lunch and then just zoned out. And they kept asking me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I literally got out of my car and just drove home. Like, mind you, like no regard for like nothing. I was just like, it is what it is. So then I get a text on my phone, and then one of my coworkers is like, I told you one of my coworkers lives, the Asian one. She lives like 3-minute drive that way, and she lives a 20-minute. She texted me. She was like, "Do you like? Are you good?" And I'm like, "I'm the usual. Yeah. Like, I don't really want to talk about it." She's like, "No, you're not good." She's like, "Do you want me to come over? Do you want to go on a walk? Do you want to yap?" I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Man, oh man." And then she's like, then I was like, if you want to come, you could come. She's like, "No. Do you want me to come? Do you want to yap?" And I kept asking. And I think that low key is the method. I think people are figuring out that's the method. If you're persistent enough, I will fold. So she walked over, and then when she came over, I was mind you, it's like this is 10 p.m. I'm still in my work clothes. So she like came over and she was like, "Damn, like this is I saw you today in this." And then I was like, "Yeah, I haven't got up." She was like, "Did you eat?" I was like, "No, I haven't really keep food down." She's like, "Are you gonna eat?" I was like, "I don't know." She's like, then she asked me, I keep like the fitness tracker on there. She's like, "How many steps have we got today?" I was like I'm like 3,000. She's like, "That's not good enough. Let's get you to the 10K steps. Let's just go outside and walk." So we go outside and we took a walk and like
we all need friends like that. Pause. Yeah. We need, because I was like, that's why I'll be like, bro, you need women friends, bro. Because as a nigga, I wouldn't personally do that for my homie friend, like, but like, you know, the gal then was gonna do that for you.
And the thing is, it's like two separate things. There's the thing with like my dad and my grandma, and it's the blatant obvious. But I didn't focus on the other one because I was like, that's not issue to divulge out. Like that's not. If you've noticed, I've outgrown the phase where I come to you guys about every single problem. Like I finally understand if I have a problem with someone, there's no point in me talking about it with other people. I should be talking about it with you. And if I'm not talking about it with you, I'm not talking about it at all. So we're talking, and then she's like, letting me just like let it out. And the one thing I do appreciate about her the most is that she didn't tell me what I wanted to hear. She told me what I needed to hear. And she looked at me and she was like, "I'm not gonna agree with you." She was like, "I understand you're going through it, but I'm not gonna agree with you on everything you tell me to do. If it's something that I think you're in the wrong, I'll let you know." So she let me talk. And then eventually we made our way back around, and there's like a Target or like a water fountain nearby. So we got to the water fountain, and then like it's me and her, we're sitting there, and then she asked me a question, and she was like, she asked me two questions actually. She asked me, she was like, "Oh, do I like at this point like at this point she could tell I'm feeling better. Like we're laughing, I'm joking. Like it suddenly went from ranting to advice to now let's joke about the situation. But she asked me, she was like, "Are you better than? Do you think you're more?" She asked me if I'm more attractive than this guy, other guy we work with, and I was like, I told her, and I was like, "No, I don't think so." And she asked me why, and I was like, I don't know. Like I've reached a point where I don't necessarily think in life that I'm better than anyone. I think everyone has like their own redeeming qualities in which they do. And I feel like if I'm hanging out around you, you have qualities that I admire in you. So in that regard, I can't necessarily say I'm better than you if you have qualities that I don't, but I admire in you.
I ain't looking at other men thinking if I look better than them or not.
No, not just look better. Just like, do you think you're just better? Like just like simply just better.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I don't think that's the case. And then she's like, that's the most secure answer, but I could just tell it's just a bunch of insecurity and you're just coding it with this sense of security. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, T fucking clock. But later on, like as the night went on, I was thinking, and then I was like, I feel like I'm at the age, and I hate to say this, but I understand my dad. I get it.
Yeah. Like,
Get it. And that's what I wanted to come on here and talk to you about, because I know you brought it up before, but we've never formally sat down on a podcast just talking about, are we like, do we understand our, and I was sitting there and I was like, I don't necessarily agree with the decisions that he's made, but given all the pressure, the stuff that he has to go through, and the stuff that mentally you have to deal with as a guy, I was like, I see it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I get it. But I want to come here, get your take on it, have a little one-on-one, and have a little one-on-one back and forth about it and see what your thoughts are.
1040%. Like, there's a part of you that get it. It's just there's a refusal to accept it. That's it. It's like I get it. Like I understand. But am I gonna be like dealing with the consequences of your actions of your life? There's certain things where it's like, listen, that's in your control. Other things is like, I get it. That's not in your control. But am I gonna be? That's like for example, like you get into a relationship with like I don't know a woman who've been through like many past traumas before. It's like I get it, I understand it, and now all of a sudden she come in like I know you're doing this and do that. Like I ain't even do anything. What are you talking about? I know you out there cheating on me. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just went for a walk and I didn't answer my phone. What are you out here yelling for? It's like I get it, I understand it, but are you gonna be mad at me for stuff that other people did? I'm not about to deal with that. It's like I feel there's sympathy for you, but I'm not gonna deal with it because now then I'm gonna mess myself up trying to sympathize too much with you. So I think like for me, that's the point in life I'm there with, but like it's like you understand it because it's like, bro, it's a full-time job take care of myself. Now it's like, okay, think about it. You got to take care of your wife. You got your wife who depend on you. You got your kids who depend on you, and not just them. Now you got your other family back home who depend on you. Now it's like, oh, you got to take care of yourself. You got to deal with this, and that. It's so much where it's like you can't be perfect in all areas in life. You know, there's certain things where I'm like, I understand why you fell short in that, and there's other things where it's like, nah, you just went out your ways to did that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, that was purely you. I don't care what circumstances was. You went and did that on your own. You know, but yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, I pride myself in being like I try to be strong. I try to be there for other people. But this week I was just like, I just couldn't. Like, it's like it was like your mind is telling you yes, but your everything else is just being like, you need to just sit down. So I discussed it and I thought about it and I was like, I don't like, the one thing I do want to improve about myself is communication. I feel like it's easier said than done, but at least for guys, it's like sometimes I necessarily don't want to communicate what it is that I am feeling or thinking because I don't want it to be a burden to somebody else. Right? Like I feel like my problems like are mine to deal with, and that if I bring it on to you, it's like that's me burdening you with it. So I was like, maybe I do need to be a lot better at how I decide to communicate and how I decide to go about things. But then I thought about it and I was like, it's also like certain areas where it's like, again, you bring a good point. Is like you can't if you're doing everything at once, you can't be perfect in all those areas. At some point in somewhere, you're gonna fall short. And it's more of like if you fall short, how do you do it? But I was sitting there and I was like, damn, pops, I don't agree with you, but gangsta, I get it. I feel you, dog. So that's been a good thing. And then I reached out to another friend who she was just like talking to me. She was like, you just like, because she was like, you're all the way in Wisconsin and we can't get to you. And they were like, we're worried about you. Like she was like, we're worried about you more because you're all the way up there by yourself and like nobody's like there with you. So we don't know like who's helping you go through this. And I was like, you know what? God got me. And it's like, sometimes it's so funny because when you had texted me and you were like, you should pray on it and ask God what lesson he's going to give you. I prayed it. I did it. I went on the walk. I came back and I got that text. And it's so funny because I have two phones because my stuff hasn't transferred all the way from the old phone to the new one. So I keep the old one because that's where like I make most of my payment. My debit card information is on the old one. So I came back and I look at it and I saw it and I was like, oh no, surely not. So I'm thinking it's a mild message. So the Asian girl next to me, I swiped it in front of her. I saw the message in front of her, and she immediately looked away. She's like, I did not need to know that. But then I remember we talked about it, and you were like, Quadro, just go pray. Ask God
Yeah, what is there like?
lesson here, right? So before I went to bed last night, I had a little prayer, and these days I don't even like pray in like the conventional format. I just go like, "Yo, homie,
What's
this
up,
is
man?
going on. Yeah, this is going on. You know what's going on. Whatever lesson you're trying to teach me, I was like, my heart can't take this no more. Teach it to me quick and let me go on my day."
Yeah, because
So
sometimes it really do be like that. Because you just be like, "Yo, God, what's up, man? Like, what's up with this, bro? Like, it don't even be on some like get over these and then like get to pray. I just be like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, I'm tired. I like, give me a goddamn break."
So like so I prayed on it last night, and then I woke up saying I had to go to work. So I was like, I was thinking about it. I was pondering on it. I was like, I was going, and I remembered a similar situation that's happening to me right now happened in the reverse.
Mm.
So like I did the same thing to this individual, and I'm just like, I just find it ironic that the moment this happens is the moment I was like, that's not a coincidence. But I was working in the lab. I looked up. I said, I got it. So I came home and I like wrote an apology.
What was the
lesson? I just had to apologize. Like I feel like that was what it was. Like I feel like being in her shoes now, I understood.
Wait,
how
to who?
The same individual. That's how you know I'm on my Vinland Saga era, because I'm apologizing.
Wait, apologizing to who?
Who did I send the screenshot of last night?
Oh, you apologize to her. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's literally the same situation in reverse, but I was in the other seat.
Oh, you done this to her before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. That you should have led with that. Okay, now see. Okay,
I feel like circumstances are different.
Okay, when it's done to me, it ain't funny. When it's done to me, it's not funny. Like, okay, I get it. I understand.
No,
To the extent of blocking her?
No, not blocking. But I was just like, don't ever speak to me again.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Probably, yeah. Okay, you ain't mentioned that part out. Like, okay, yeah, bro. Yeah.
But how do we go from that to that first message you saw?
I mean, I feel like I don't have the full story, so I can't even give you my full perspective on the situation, simply because it's like, damn, it's different because it's like if you've never done this before, but you have, so it's like I think sometimes it's like it's kind of different because it's like women will kind of keep tabs, and they're like, oh, you've done this to me before, all right, I'm gonna do it back to you now, and I'm gonna go worse. When they go worse, it ain't fun. I would never go, oh, you go low, I would go lower with a woman. They will always win because I don't got the emotional energy for it. You know what I mean?
I'm not wicked enough.
I'm not wicked enough, and so that's why I'd be like, listen, I don't like. I'm more scared when a woman is mad at me than a man is mad at me, because I know what most a man can do is just play hands on me. But a woman, oh God, oh I get scared when a woman get mad because I don't know what you're gonna do.
So yeah, I wrote out the apology today, and I was just like, I'm sorry, like this was the situation at hand. I told her, I was like, this is how I felt about it, and obviously I should have communicated that this was what I felt instead of taking the other route of just being angry and just lashing out at you. That didn't solve anything for either you or me. And it's like coming back to this full circle moment. Now that I understand how you feel, it wasn't fair for me, and it was actually a very fruitful conversation. She was just like she was just like, yeah, like, and I don't. She's like, I don't remember
what
I
responded back.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
No. The person I sent the screenshot to you responded back.
Oh, on Snapchat.
That's who we're talking about.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's all right. You
No.
okay, now that
Two different situations. I still have no response. But this one, I'm talking about the Snapchat situation, and we were just going back and forth. And she was just like, she doesn't remember what she said, but I reminded her, and she was like, she didn't even mean it to come out that way. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, communication sometimes really can go a long way, because she was like, this is what I said, but that's what I actually meant. Like, that's not what I meant, but maybe that's also part of me for not being able to explain it and communicate effectively, for you to take it that way and then decide to lash out. So she was like, also, I take a bit of responsibility. But I was like, regardless of what it was, the claim you made was a valid claim. Like, you had a right to say what you said. I didn't have a right to react the way I reacted, right? And I'm like, we're both adults. Like, you should be able to say how you feel and not have it feel like have me just attack you for it. Like, I should be able to, like, the least I can do is understand where you're coming from. So it's like, regardless of if I want to joke, like, we put the jokes aside. If I would have wanted it done to me, why should I do it to her? Regardless of who it is, right? So that's what I was telling her, and I was like, regardless of like opinions or whatever else, what we talked about, that wasn't right for me to get up and do to you, because it being done to me, I understand how it feels. So and I didn't tell her like it's being done to me or anything like that, but I was just like, I can see where you're coming from, and that's not the whole case. And like, apologize, and she like asked me like, oh, how's your master's program going? How's work going? She got her own apartment down in New York City. She's starting to teach her fellowship, doing her master's. I'm like,
Wait,
Free.
she was able to get her own apartment as in on a teacher salary. What the fuck she does? Sell crack on
Oh,
the
no,
side?
she had a lot of savings and she does stocks though. She's actually well off in the she's actually well off in the finances actually. It's crazy the talents these folks have.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
but no, and then we had like a big discussion and I was like, I don't want to like linger this conversation on any longer. Like I feel like we both got what we came to this conversation to get. Let's leave it at that. And I just like said peace and I was like, I wish I met them at the best. But it was one of those full circle moments. And I'm sitting here, I'm like my heart still feels heavy. I looked up, I was like, God, I thought I just completed the mission. Where's the reward?
Hey, I got work, yeah. It's like, all right, man, I did my job now. Like, can we stop this?
I was like, where's the angel that drops out and gives me what it is I'm waiting for? But I was like, I finally understood. Like, it was one of those few moments where this is actually the fastest response I've gotten from God, to be honest. So I wasn't even mad. So it was really fast. So I was like, I understand where it's coming from. I was like, I see it, get it. Like, but it's like a good thing. It's a good thing to be able to build up on it and then keep it going. But today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be very short. Just came in, unless you have anything to say. But also, I want to say big shout out to Ibra, because this situation happened to me and I reached out to him on a private time. I don't have the heart to go into the group chat because I'm not ready, like, because I know exactly how it's going to go. Kuso, Shakir, and then Kwanzi's gonna put the cherry on top. And I was like, I'm not ready to hear the backlash, you know? Sometimes you're ready to build it out. But no, I hit up Ibra and I was telling him how I felt. And he like, again, not what I want to hear, what I need to hear. The point that killed me is like, so what are you really about to do? I was like, as much as I hate that response, he has a very valid fucking point.
Thing is that I'm like, what you gonna do? Like, you gonna drive that over there? You gonna go? What you finna do? I'm confused here. Like, what can you do?
I'm in the Midwest. I'm like on my dolly, but one thing I will say is that I'm like very grateful that I have people around me who like didn't tell me what I wanted to hear, told me what I needed to hear. Like, I got the harsh reality of it. They were like, Quadro, this is where you went wrong. This is where you went wrong. This is what you did wrong. Like, because I remember even the Asian girl was like, I can't even tell you. I don't know the other side, but I'm going to tell you based off your side what you did wrong. And then she told me that. And then another one, the other person, I only spoke to I think 3 people about this, and the other person was just like, you have a habit of keeping things inside. And she's like, that's not good. Just learn how to talk about it in a way where the more you talk about it, the more free you are about the situation. I was like, I hear you, I understand it. And then I pray, but I also hate the fact that it takes every time it takes me being in a bad spot to reach out to God. Like, that was another time I was like, I need to be reaching out to him when things are going well, when things are going well, not just when I'm my heart a little all over the place and I reach out to him for clarity. And the thing is, he always bails me out. I'm like, he always bails me out though, but I hate that. So I'm taking these notes and I'm like, whatever lesson is meant to come out of this, I was like, I understand it. Obviously, no bad blood on my part, no harsh feelings, but I'm like, whatever lesson's gonna come out of it, I'm gonna like. And it's like, it's not like I haven't been here before, so it really ain't nothing new to me. But we're gonna keep it short. I know one of our viewers had reached out and said she usually watches our episodes while she eats, and the episodes are too short. She's like, the episode finishes before she finishes her meal. So where the longer episodes at?
Wait, it take her more than 30 minutes to finish the episode?
No, to eat. I mean, she watches while she's like cooking, and then she has to sit down. So like that process. So to that one viewer, I hear you. The longer,
that's love.
That's what I'm saying.
That's motion right there. Motion. I'm in a fucking chat.
She's a friend of mine, but she always watches the episodes, and like even sometimes when you find something funny, she'll clip it. The other day when you were like, you made a comment and you were like, you said something about there's no lines to cheating, and you were like, if you cheat on me and I fuck your mother, like, and she's clipped that part. She's like, we need to put you behind bars because you're moving.
Listen. For me personally, like I'm like 1040%. I'm a pure believer. God is gonna get you back for me. So I don't even be mad at these days. I swear to God, I've always said this ever since I was a kid. I was like, bro, everybody who's done me wrong, who's put pain in my heart, I've seen their life get turned upside down in a way where I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? So I would never go to that extent. Yeah. I'm saying if I were to be like, you know what? Let me take this upon my hand and go ahead. There's no lines. Because it's like, I'm a people. There's certain things where I'm like, yo, bro, you ain't had to do that, but you went and did it anyways. You thought about that. Now my turn. If I was to take it that line these days, you got it, bro. You got it. Yes. But the part where you said you don't like to tell people what's going wrong because you don't want to feel like a burden, bro. Fuck that. I used to feel that way too, and then I was realized I'm like, okay. And then somebody said, listen, everybody else is having a good time with the things that they done wrong to you, except for you. Are you okay with that? I'm like, you right. Fuck them niggas. Everybody gonna feel my pain. No, so now I don't like something. Fuck that. We ain't doing it.
Like, I'm at the stage where when I feel a pain, because I know how deep and how much it hurts, I don't want it to be on somebody else. So if I could avoid that, if I could avoid someone going through the same path I've walked, and I know it's not a bad path, I'll usually try to avoid it. But
I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends on the situation, but also it also is very much like you just have to, like, it's more situational. You just have to know like yourself in a sense. So I'm like, yeah, like, but it's one of those things where I'm learning about myself that I'm not someone that could just, when I usually rush something, I don't do it right. But when I take my time to understand it, understand why it is I'm doing it, and practice it, I get more value out of what it is I'm doing. So me opening up to people, or me learning how to open up to a specific group of people, is like a new thing. So I feel like I have to, just to be able to do it right and do it effectively, I just have to take my time and slowly build it up with it. So
Yeah,
that's a
absolutely.
which I'm going to take.
But absolutely, I say take your time and slowly build up with it. But I think you're also trying to be perfect while doing it. I
Yeah,
think that's also the problem too. Like you're doing something that you've never done for the first time. Nobody's perfect when they're doing something for the first time. And so it's like, even because for me, even like I went through a stage like that. And then like when I started, because I was just like, yo, bro, I won't get through life doing anything right if I'm too scared to, or not really vocalizing how I feel about certain things. So like first time I really did it, like I was petrified as hell. But like in reality, I'm like, this is just a person. At the end of the day, they can't beat me up. Like, so even if I were to tell them, hey, I smack you up right now, they really can't do anything about it. But internally, you feel a mess. And so somebody was like, you just gotta like, it's like the first time you do it, it's petrifying. Then you do it again. Then you do it again. And eventually it just becomes second nature. So it's one of those things where it's like internally, sometimes you gotta realize the way that you feel and you think, you're the only one who knows exactly what you're thinking. So like I can go ahead, like for example, I can go ahead and talk to a girl. I could be scared deep inside of my inside, but on the outside, I could look like I got it all put together. So real talk, you're the only one who know how you're feeling, and you're the only one. Sometimes you put ideas of how you think other people feel about you, when really nobody really thinking about you like that. And like, I'm sorry, like I've realized in our world, majority of people are way too fucking narcissistic. Like everybody has some dose of narcissism to them.
that's
It's
true.
not like they're not the highest form, but highest on the spectrum. But a majority of people, everybody, they're thinking about their problems first before they're thinking about somebody else's. And even people pleasers, like they're doing stuff, they're doing other stuff for other people, putting other people over themselves for the sake of getting validation from other people. So even then, they're doing it for themselves, and like subconsciously. You know what I mean? So it's like that's when you realize, I'm like, bro, majority of people aren't thinking about you, to be honest with you. So like when you go ahead and do certain things, they might think about it for 5 minutes and then never think about it again. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like the concept, you're the one that's putting in your head like, oh, this is a burden to that person, when that person actually is like begging to hear and understand, like, yo, what is going on? You know what I mean? But yeah.
I think, yeah, with time, and I just got to delve into my Bible a little bit and and reach that point. But thank you a lot for the wise words. You know, Master Uguay been dropping gems for like 10 episodes straight. Just every day he wake up, he don't miss
I
it.
know. I've learned a lot of lessons these past 4 months, bro. When I told you I've been humbled, I was like, I've been humbled.
How do we all? But without any further ado, we apologize. It's another short one. But again, given your thoughts, if anyone watching, feel free to either in the comments, or y'all been hitting the DMs actually on the DMs, giving me your thoughts and opinions. So feel free to let me know.
You a bad girl, hit my DMs. I'll drop my info.
You know, you keep that for him. You know, I'm on my Vinland Saga era. I'm on the other way. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, make sure, last time I checked, we're at 120 subscribers. So,
Oh shit!
so
Nigga.
every time we record and every time we get like one new subscriber, I'm always excited. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.